start today by saying thank you so much for 100 subscribers. Like, wow, I'm blown away. I've posted 3 videos, this is the 4th, and you guys are just insanely generous. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, for telling me what you want me to make on Instagram, for commenting below. Like, you guys are amazing, and just super grateful to be able to share something I love with you. That's awesome. Today, we are going to be making fried chicken sandwich. It's gonna be awesome. The reason it has to be awesome is because last week we went over to have dinner at my parents' house. Mom was making fried chicken, and Josh said, "This is the best fried chicken I've ever had." Not today, Mom, not today. We're here to one-up my mom's fried chicken. We're gonna do a killer fried chicken sandwich. Sorry, Mama, I love you so much. Your fried chicken's awesome, but come on, I can't have my boyfriend liking your fried chicken more than mine. Here's the kicker. Today, we're gonna be making a buttermilk pickle marinated fried chicken. Bet you've never heard of that before. Whoa, getting crazy in here. It's going to be nuts. Got a little brioche bun. We're gonna have some pickles, and we're gonna whip up a really fancy sauce that you guys are gonna love. It's gonna have all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm not even gonna tell you what's in it. You gotta watch, it's great. Also, huge thing, make sure that you guys stick around for the end of this video because I am going to be announcing the winner of my first giveaway, which is huge. We're giving away a 12-cup food processor, which is the most requested thing that I had when I polled people. I said, hey, what do you guys wanna win? And everyone said, hey, I want a food processor. And I said, okay, you got it. So we're giving away a 12-cup food processor. If you submitted your entry and you wanna know if you won, watch to the end. Don't skip, that's rude. Just watch the whole thing. Oh, yeah, I always forget this part. So if you enjoy this video, please ensure that you subscribe to my channel, that you like this video, and that you comment below so that I can provide you with more entertaining and delicious activities for the future. Thank you. Do I do it again without the accent? We like the accent. Let's get cooking. No, let's get cooking. Let's get cooking. Let's get cooking. Cook, 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 today.
First up, time to make our brine. We're gonna start out with this tangy, delicious, and decadent buttermilk. This is gonna give our chicken a really beautiful moisture, and then we're gonna tang it up with some pickle juice. I would advise not telling your guests that that's what's in your brine, but just let it be our little secret. Now what we're gonna add is a little splash of your favorite hot sauce. In this case, I'm gonna be using Cholula. If all you have on hand is Tabasco, that's a little bit more acidic than Cholula, so I would advise omitting the pickle juice and adding a little bit of salt instead. Now we're coming in hot with all of our spices, going in with smoked paprika, garlic powder, pepper, and cayenne. Admire all the beautiful colors on your white buttermilk canvas and then stir the crap out of it until there are no longer any lumps in your buttermilk marinade, and once everything has come together in a homogeneous mixture, it is ready for your chicken. I prefer working with chicken thighs because they are packed with flavor and super juicy, but feel free to grab a breast instead. Now in an effort to get the perfect shot, I was negligent in holding the side of this bag, which caused this to happen. Now, this is not the end of the world, we cleaned it up really quickly, but going forward, I would advise that you put your chicken in a bowl like this before applying the marinade, or simply have your significant other hold the edge of the bag. Now, once everything is applied in the bag safe and sound, we are gonna squeeze out all the excess air, seal her up nice and tight, and then put her to bed in the fridge for approximately 2 to 6 hours, depending on how much time you have available. Now that our counter is nice and clean, we are going to move on and make our slaw. Most of the time, I don't think it's very important to peel your carrot, but in this case, because you're going to have lots of loved ones up and close in your slaw, it's pretty important, so make sure you peel that baby. Now, if you truly hate yourself, you can attempt to cut everything by hand to make it into fine little shreds, or you can just go and grab a cheese grater and use that. This will take a fraction of the time, a quarter of the effort, and you'll be way less frustrated as long as you don't scrape your knuckles along the cheese grater. Look at that beauty. Now on to a fancy shallot spin, and we're going for very thin slices. The reason we're using a shallot today rather than an onion or garlic is because the shallot has a much less abrasive flavor than raw onion, but still gives you that same essence, and it also has a very mild garlic flavor without making you unkissable at the barbecue. So we're gonna go for very thin slices, and then we're gonna toss them into a big bowl with our carrot. Now on to the fancy cabbage spin, which is the same as the shallot spin, but just much bigger. We're gonna cut this bad boy in half, Admire all the beautiful veining and the bright purple color, which is why we are using purple cabbage as opposed to regular boring cabbage. And then same concept here, very thin slices that we are going to combine with our other slaw ingredients, work together with our hands so that they become one big, beautiful, happy slaw family. Before we mix this slaw together, we have to make sure that she is all dressed up and ready to go. So we're going to apply a couple tablespoons of our favorite vinegar. In this case, I'm using white wine vinegar, and then going in with a pinch of sugar, a sprinkle of salt, and giving her a nice long rub down. Once our slaw is nice and relaxed and starts to sweat a little bit, we're going to spray her down with a tiny bit of Japanese mayo. I actually wanted to apply more than what I did here, but my boyfriend was traumatized from a previous experience where I had too much mayo, so we had to apply this in 2 batches, and the second time around it was absolutely perfect. But just to make sure, we both grabbed a pinch to taste for poison. On to our pickle prep. How one prepares their pickles is based entirely on one's personal pickle preference, but if you're unsure, then you can always ask Peter Piker how he picked his pickled peppers. Okay, I'm done, I promise. Back to our pickles. I'm cutting mine into 1/4-inch slices just because that's not going to be overpowering when I bite into my sandwich, but I will still know that there is indeed a pickle there. Pickles are done and on to our sauce. This is the dark horse of the sandwich and is what makes it next level. We're adding a 1/4 cup of Japanese mayo, which is more custardy than the standard American mayo. Then we're going to go in with some harissa, which is just packed with heat and garlic and peppers and all this amazing flavor. And then we're going to cool it down with a little sweetness by adding about a tablespoon of honey. Then to add an element of earthiness, we're going to come in with 1 tablespoon of turmeric and mix everything together. After a quick taste test, we decide we want a little bit more heat, so we're going to add another heaping helping of harissa. 6 hours later, we're pulling our bird out of the fridge and she's looking absolutely beautiful. All those pieces have absorbed the buttermilk and the pickle juice, so she is seasoned and ready to go. We're going to put a cup of flour and a cup of cornstarch into a bowl and season her with some salt, garlic powder, smoked paprika, cayenne, and pepper, and then stir everything in so that it is all homogeneous. Time to dredge our chicken. The trick here is to have one hand dedicated to the wet bowl and one hand dedicated to the dry, and that way you avoid having big nasty clumps all over your fingers. Lightly flick some flour onto your chicken and then make sure all of those nooks and crannies are packed with flour. You want to make sure that when you fry this baby that she is getting all crispy and good on every single inch of her. Then layer out on your wire rack, rinse and repeat with all the other pieces. Heat your oil to 325 degrees or until things start to bubble when you throw a little breadcrumb in there, and then lay down your bird. You want to make sure that the bird is completely submerged by the oil. And also you want to make sure that you're not overcrowding your pan. In this case, I'm only going to be cooking 2 thighs at a time. Leave them alone and let them have a good time in that oil jacuzzi, and then go give them a flip after about 5 minutes. Then you're going to let them do their thing for another 3 to 4 minutes, pull them out, and then let them rest on a wire rack off to the side. You're going to want to let your bird rest for about 5 minutes, which is the perfect amount of time for you to lather your buns up with some Japanese mayo and toast them on a cast iron skillet or a grill or whatever pan you have available. It really doesn't matter. But what does matter is that you toast your buns. Now all that's left to do is assemble our sandwich. And this is going to be so satisfying and gorgeous and borderline pornographic, so I am just going to shut up and let you enjoy.
And there you have it. Leveled up fried chicken. This is gonna be awesome. Okay, let's get this going. I'm gonna try a bite. Okay. I'm gonna try not to drip all over, so watch out. Little napkin. Oh my god. Guys, this is so good. Like, Holy hell. Look at that. Like, I don't know if you can tell the juice. I know I'm squishing the crap out of it, but oh my God, this is so good. Like, hang on, another bite. Hang on. Oh my God. You know when you eat something so good and your brain shuts down and loses grasp of English and all you can think is, that's like what the moment I just had. Breaking down that sandwich. She is amazing. Perfect package, amazing crunch on the outside, succulent, juicy, mouth-watering chicken. Like the buttermilk and pickle brine gave you perfect seasoning and an amazing amount of moisture in your chicken. It's insane. So chicken on its own, A+. Once you pair it with the harissa and honey turmeric sauce that we had going on, like holy, oh my God, that is so good. I mean, it gives you a little bit of heat. It gives you that perfect balance of sweetness. It is amazing. And the heat isn't overwhelming. It's just like a nice smolder. Most fried chicken, when you eat it, sometimes can be a little bit overwhelming in terms of like how heavy it is, but this is just brightened up and elevated by that slaw that we made. And so it's just like perky and delicious and like ready to go. I'm all about this sandwich. If you haven't made this, I don't know, just make it. It's really not that hard. You like cut up some slaw, fry up some chicken, you put it on some bread, and then boom, you're like, it's amazing. It's so good. Like you have to try this. It's amazing. Did I say it's amazing? If you guys make one of my recipes, which I hope you do, please, please, please tag me on Instagram because there's nothing that makes me more stoked than like seeing you guys actually make what I made. I don't know, it just makes me so happy to hear all these people saying, oh, your carbonara recipe is like my new family favorite. Like, oh my God, how cool is that? Or seeing people making like my fried chicken thing. That would be the sickest thing ever. So if you guys make one of my recipes, please be sure to post it on Instagram in your story, tag me, and I will totally repost you because how cool is that we're all like in this together, making delicious food and spreading the word of flavor. Okay, I just dropped a pickle. Josh told me to put my sandwich down before I said this, but I'm not going to because I don't want him to eat it. If you like this video, please subscribe, like this video, tell your friends, neighbors, mailmen that you like this thing, and then, you know, hopefully I can keep growing my channel and bring more recipes to you guys. Please drop a comment below on what you want to see on the next video. And honestly, what brings me so much joy is making things that really inspire you and bring joy to your life. And I love hearing what you like to eat. So let's make more of that. If you like something, drop a comment. I'll make it on the next video and we'll all be happy and not hungry. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time.
Wait. You guys made it this far. Don't you want to know who won the 12-cup food processor from last week's giveaway? I know I do. Honestly, I just need to take a minute to say thank you to everyone who participated. We had so many entries and I am just stoked that we had that much engagement. So the winner is Nicole Okada! Woo! Congratulations, babe, for your new 12-cup food processor. For everybody who didn't win, don't worry about it. I'm going to be having more giveaways in the future. I'm going to try to do one a month just to give back to you guys because you all have been so supportive and awesome. And if you have any ideas for future things that you'd like to see on giveaways or videos, please feel free to DM me or drop a comment on this video. Thanks, y'all.